Good morning. All right, we got a public service announcement, which, as long as you pay me for my time, I'll do it. Hey, Aaron, you've been making offhand remarks in your recent videos to learn ballroom dance, and it's been years since you've made a video on it. So this would be a great time for a modern PSA on why your viewers should learn to dance after this whole lockdown business is over with, how it can improve relations with the opposite sex, and thus maybe request something other than how to get the girls all the time. If you deem it relevant, I can blather on about myself to generate talking points. Yeah, I'm kind of interested. As someone who accidentally found it, not fucking up. I know it was. This includes learning to salsa dance. All I can say is keep up the good work. All right, so you learned to salsa dance. All right. Where do we want to start with salsa dance? Okay. Here's universally, because the ballroom dance scene, it changes, it's chaotic, it's location independent. Like a salsa scene can be very hot in Tulsa and dirt cold in Los Angeles. It really is location dependent, depends where the fad is, depends like how vibrant the community is. And they all go through a life cycle, right? It's like it starts up with the really cool kids, like very interesting, eccentric, and intellectual people doing it. Then some hot chicks want to get the attention. Then all the guys show up, becomes a fiery hot thing. And then all the weirdos come in to get the girls and they scare people away. And then guys cop feels on the dance floor, and then and then it dissipates and it collapses like a star into a dwarf star, and it's a remnant of its former self. And all you got is Christian singles or old fart singles left over. That's it. It's like a life cycle of a star. That's the ballroom dancing. So, but it varies depending on where you are. But regardless of where it is, at what stage of its life cycle, learning to dance, ballroom or salsa or tango or whatever, partner dancing, is a good exercise for every man and woman to go through, but especially for the men if you're having social problems. I'm not talking romantic problems. I'm talking social problems. I can't go out, but let's be honest, because you're a coward and a pussy. But I understand. People don't like discomfort. And we should just stay inside and never, ever explore, adventure, or risk anything. That's the best way to live. Okay, I get. So ballroom dancing gets you out. You're not supposed to talk to each other, right? You're supposed to focus on dancing, lead and follow. It is a polite way. In the olden days, this was how you would meet members of the opposite sex in a diplomatic and civil manner. Hey, baby. And, and then you're socializing. Whether you realize it or not, it's like kind of a backdoor to socializing. It also forces you to like interact with the opposite sex, albeit not necessarily in a verbal manner. But then after dancing, like, oh, yeah, you have something to talk about. Oh, that tactic or that technique. I wish I could do this, but oh, that's an interesting move. It's a topic of conversation. So when I recommend ballroom dancing to anyone, but predominantly men, it is not to get the girls. It is to get you out of your freaking coward pussy ass shell and stop being a weakling, stop being a coward, and go interact with other human beings. And the structured nature, the polite nature of ballroom dancing allows for that. So that's regardless of where it is. It could be a hot environment where they have 3 pre-dance classes before the actual dance. It could be its collapsed star self where it's Christian singles group. No matter what, forget how ugly or old the women are. You go in, you learn to dance. It's something to do. At that point, it becomes a martial art, actually, kind of. Not necessarily sparring, but it's something to practice. Beyond that, it depends. If it's a good environment, like in the early stages, before it collapses, or a hot environment, that's kind of a cool place to go. And you'll find gals. It's a great place to meet women, but it has to be on fire. I think those days are predominantly over. I'm sure there's some pockets where dancing might be really cool or exciting. It might be a hot event. There might be some attractive young women going. There might be some dapper men who are polished and dressed and a little bit posh going. But I think in the 90s and the early thousands, swing dancing was peak. Then salsa came in till about 2007, 2008, and then financial crisis. And now I think it's all collapsed stars about now. Worse, what popular environments there are is predominantly populated by younger people, Gen Z and younger millennials. And what I've seen more commonly, I haven't done an analysis, but look up the Knoxville Swing Dance Association if it's still around. They went total SJW. I know the dancing in the Twin Cities is also very SJW because it's younger college-age kids going. And above all else, their politics rules supreme. Forget having fun, forget getting laid, forget falling in love, forget flirtation. And now it's like dancing on, literally, like you're dancing on a landmine, dancing around eggshells, because I can't say who, but I have agents in the field where lead and follow is a big problem for millennials and Gen Zers, because that doesn't mean I'm superior and I have to apologize. And do you want to be male? Do you want to be female? And dude, men lead, women follow. Shut the fuck up. Now, there are times in the day, if you want to become a really good lead as a guy, you'd also learn to follow, because like, oh, that's how it's like to be a gal. Okay. And there's some guys that are great follow. And what's really cool is not gay. If you get two guys and one guy knows how to really follow, and the other guy knows how to really, you can do some way cooler accurate moves because the women just don't have the muscle strength for it. Very rare. Okay. But they're both skills, not one superior to the other. You need a lead. You need a follow. Traditionally, men led, women follow. Now the focus is on male, female. Oh, well, I lead. Oh, no, can I have? And it's not even about the dancing anymore. And there are self-declared Nazis that they had rainbow slapstick on the wrist. This is the Knoxville, Tennessee. Now, I don't even know if that even exists anymore. Where if you were harassed, and you know what? There were creepers. Absolutely. Absolutely. There were guys that were creepy and guys that would cop a feel. Also dance Latin immigrant. And people would take care of it. Girls would just not dance with those guys. But these self-declared heroes, these warriors would come in. We're ambassadors. They called themselves swing dance ambassadors. And were there problems? Was he? Oh, yeah. And for a guy or a gal that's sane, you're not really going to find love. You're not going to find it's not a place to go and meet a member of the opposite sex now. For the most part, like a lot of institutions within the United States, they have been taken over by or infected. Again, the punch in the punch bowl may be great, but there's one big ass turd. And it's the fat, loud, purple-haired feminist that no guy really wants. And she's got her self-declared rainbow thing. I'm an ambassador, and let me know if there's any problems. And they have to organize and structure and regulate. That's kind of what it's become. And I went to a couple dances as of recent, and I feel like a couple of years ago. So I went to a swing dance one, and it's all fat women, soy boy men. It's just you're not gonna. You literally have to go there to learn to dance, and that's all. You're not gonna find anyone you're gonna want to procreate with or date. And the salsa scene was, my God, it was a bunch of old Gen Xers, older than me, who still like are looking for dick or pussy. And it was sad. It was, I'm like, and it was heavily warped. I think it was 4 guys to 1 gal. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna, no, this isn't. So dancing really is just, you have to approach it as a martial art, not as something that you're going to meet a girl, or ladies, if you're going to meet a guy. Because, well, I mean, if you're a gal and you're looking for dick, go salsa dancing, right? But again, it depends on your local environment. But for guys, no. Today, it's not a play. In the 90s and the aughts, it was great. It was wonderful. Girls would go dancing. Of course, they want to have fun and look good. And my gosh, some of them even want to have sex and go on dates. But today, no. You go as, it would be like going to a yoga class. You're not going there to get laid. You're just going to learn a skill. That's it. All right. E.L. Griffin, $5. Lap dance instructor used to be a great way to meet women pre-COVID. Yeah, true. That's it. All right. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.